Hello, everyone. Welcome to the National CCAA Virtual College Fair. We've got an exciting session. Before we begin, we'll start with a couple housekeeping items. Note that if you have questions, please do so through the Q&A button as your presenters' cameras and microphones are off. They can't see or hear you. Again, use the Q&A button for any questions that you have. Also note that we have some additional sessions available on the StriveScan website. So if you have interest in those, please sign up at your earliest convenience. Also note that the recording of this session is being saved and posted to the StriveScan website. You can visit it at strivescan.com/NCCAA. With those items behind us, we'll move to our first presenter from St. Mary's College.
Great. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Just a quick second to get everything up and running. Perfect. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Alex Bauer. I'm one of our admission counselors at St. Mary's. I've been at St. Mary's for about 7 years, and St. Mary's College is in my hometown, so I'm very familiar with it, and I'm always very proud to represent us at St. Mary's. I'll start right away with kind of just jump right into it, the basics of us at St. Mary's College. We are a smaller campus population, about 1,600 students, providing our students with really small class sizes. That's one of the reasons why students do come to St. Mary's at college, is for those small class sizes. Beyond being a smaller campus environment, we are also, of course, a Catholic school, and we are also a women's college. So definitely some unique characteristics for us at St. Mary's. I really enjoy talking about where our students come from. They come from all over the place. We're only about a third in-state, so the majority of our students are coming from outside of Indiana. A lot of students from California, a lot of students from Texas, Florida, really throughout the Midwest and everywhere. So I really enjoy that. Some students do ask, they say, where is Indiana? If I'm not from the Midwest, I need a little geography help. The French Cross that you see there at the top of the state, that is about where we are located. We're about 94 miles outside Chicago, about 150 miles north of Indianapolis, Indiana. What is in the area? There's a national park, a brand new national park, about 41 miles. The largest airport in the area, South Bend International, about 5 minutes from us. So pretty easy and convenient to get around town. One of the things that's kind of unique about us at St. Mary's is we are, again, that smaller campus environment. So it really provides for a lot of flexibility with our academics at St. Mary's College. The words individualized experience show up on this page here, and that's really where I focus, is that individualized experience. There are no two students that are alike at St. Mary's. Each student is doing a little something different. Each student is doing their own path at St. Mary's College. You see our most popular majors there: nationally accredited nursing program, nationally accredited education program. But I also enjoy talking about those unique programs as well. Those aren't our largest programs, but those are definitely some fantastic programs at St. Mary's. Again, really flexible environment at St. Mary's. You don't need to declare a major till the end of your sophomore year. So if you're unsure of what your major is going to be, undecided is a great option and a great path for St. Mary students. And again, we've got lots of great programs to choose from. Our students are absolutely getting great jobs, and our students are absolutely going to fantastic graduate programs. One of the questions I get asked oftentimes is, where are students getting jobs? Where do students go to graduate school? I mentioned that our students come from all over the place. So our students get jobs all over the place. We have a fantastic alumni group in Los Angeles, fantastic alumni group in DC, fantastic alumni group in Atlanta, and of course throughout the Midwest. So I really enjoy that. Students come to St. Mary's, and as a native of the area, I'd love it if they all stayed right here, and some certainly do, but the fact of the matter is oftentimes they head back to their hometowns, or they head to a new hometown and adopt a new environment. So I always think that's really exciting that our students are coming from all over the place and are moving back to their homes and adopting a new hometown all over the place. A little bit more about kind of what's going on campus. We are part of this larger tri-campus community. I've been talking about Notre Dame, Indiana is where we are located. The larger city of South Bend, a little over 100,000 people, is kind of our larger metropolitan area. But Notre Dame, Indiana, we have that distinction because of our tri-campus community. The University of Notre Dame is literally right across the street from us, as well as Holy Cross College, which is immediately to our south. So there's these three unique and distinct institutions that all share some fantastic resources. As a strong Catholic institution, of course, basic things like the Catholic Mass is going to be offered daily on campus. There are some really fun and really unique ways to engage in the Catholic faith on campus as well. Over 500 clubs and activities between the campuses. There's always something going on. If you're really excited about football and marching band and hockey and all that kind of stuff, awesome. Notre Dame can take care of that for you. If you're really excited about a smaller campus environment, really getting to know your fellow students and your faculty members, wonderful. We can take care of that at St. Mary's. Study abroad is last on this list, but certainly not last for our St. Mary's students. Over half of our students do study abroad at St. Mary's, so there's always something going on, whether it's on campus or heading internationally. We are on the Common application, and we are a free application as well at St. Mary's, and very much holistic. So definitely not just a test score, definitely not just a GPA at St. Mary's, really looking at a little bit of everything. The essay is really important for us at St. Mary's College. One of the things I really enjoy is reading those essays. We do put a lot of weight and a lot of energy into those essays, and we understand that you also put a lot of weight and energy into those essays as well. So again, very much a holistic review process, and again, we are free and we are on the Common App. We are test optional. We've been test optional for a couple of years now. We'll continue to be so. Provides a great opportunity for strong students that maybe just aren't strong test takers. That is an option as well. I do know for some high school juniors, those are starting to become available. So I'm really glad that those are kind of freeing back up for students to take. So please take it if you're able to do so. But if that doesn't go so well, we are again test optional for those students. We have some great ways to get on campus. We are open for on-campus tours. We thankfully have been in person and face-to-face all academic year. So if you're able to make the trip, we'd love to have you. Otherwise, we have some fantastic virtual visits as well. You can come visit our fellow campuses if you're looking to do a swing over spring break or over the summer, visit our other Holy Cross institutions. But last but not least, I'll put my contact information in the chat. I know we've got just a little bit more time. But my name is Alex. Again, my contact information is there with my email. And thanks for the time, and enjoy the rest of our sessions this afternoon.
Alex, thank you. We're on to our next institution, Newman University.
Hi, everybody. See my screen okay? Cool. My name is Georgia Drews. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at Newman University in Wichita, Kansas, and I'm happy to be here today to get to tell you a little bit more about our fantastic institution. A little bit more about Newman. We are located right smack dab in the middle of the US of A, Wichita, Kansas. So if you're not familiar with the Midwest, you can see where we're at. Wichita is the largest city in Kansas. And for those of you on a more adulting scale, that has a great cost of living. So if you want to come here, study, live, maybe stick around after graduation, it's a really affordable place to live. Here's a little bit about us at the university and what we do. It says a lot about us. Newman University is a small private Catholic college that was founded in 1933 in the middle of the Great Depression by a very strong group of women, the Adorers of the Blood of Christ. Our sisters who founded the university founded us primarily as a women's college, but we became co-ed in the 60s. We've been known by a few different names, and we've been Newman University since 1998. Sisters who founded and started our university still live right next door in a convent. So I always tell our students who aren't Catholic that it's like having 50 to 60 grandmas who live next door. They're like your #1 fans. They're at everything you do. Unfortunately, right now, we don't have a lot of sisters working and volunteering at the university, but there are spiritual sponsors, and they also help quite a bit with fundraising. We're named after St. John Henry Newman. He is a baby saint. He was just canonized by Pope Francis back in October of 2019. He is very well known for having a lot of big ideas about what it means to get a Catholic college education. So we follow a lot of his ideas and leads. But he's also really well known for being a convert to the Catholic faith and for being a really great resource and spiritual sponsor to Catholics and non-Catholics alike. And so I really like that he's our namesake because only about 40% of our student body self-identifies as Catholic. So when it comes to students and their faith backgrounds, we're pretty diverse here on campus. And our campus ministry team, led by Father Adam Grellinger, who is also a Newman alumnus, does a really good job of meeting students where they're at and giving you those opportunities that you'd like to help learn more and grow in your faith. We do offer Catholic Mass at 7 p.m. on Sunday evenings, as well as noon Monday through Friday. We have Eucharistic adoration days throughout the week, and students can sign up for 30-minute or hour-long shifts. We also have confession, retreats, service trips, and other opportunities for our students to be involved on campus. Newman also has a great relationship with the Catholic Diocese of Wichita, and all of the gentlemen in the diocese who are studying to be Catholic priests do their first 4-year bachelor's degree at Newman University. They live off campus in the St. Joseph House of Formation, and then once they graduate, they go to a formal seminary education assigned by the bishop. Newman's a pretty small school, so we only have about 1,200 students attending our campus in Wichita. We have about 160 to 180 new first-time freshmen each fall. That means our student to faculty ratio is pretty low. Our class sizes tend to be pretty small. You're going to know your faculty members. It's probably not the type of school where you can, sit down and in the back of the class and not participate at all. They're going to know your name, what you're good at, what you're not good at. They might even text you if you're late to class. So get ready for that. Here's all the things that you can potentially study at Newman University. We're probably most well known for the sciences, so biology, chemistry, biochem. We also have some healthcare programs like nursing, respiratory care, rad tech, OTA, and sonography. We have a lot of different things that we offer in our School of Business here on campus. And then if you are thinking about studying something in the sciences, we have some pre-professional programs, and we actually have a really good track record of sending students to things like medical school and vet school and dental school. The only thing on here that's not necessarily science related is pre-law, and you can really pair that with anything that you study. The last few pre-law students I've had were communication, theater, and business majors. If you're more motivated by athletics, these are all of the programs that we offer. I came here for the awesome women's bowling team. We are an NCAA Division II school, so you can get scholarships for all of these programs. We have 3 different places that you could potentially live on campus, including Karochi Hall, which is for our first-time freshmen. You can see an example of a room here, suite style, with 2 students per room and all of the furniture. So this is them hanging out with some of their friends. Navigator is something that you could potentially look forward to here at Newman University as our supercharged support system, your Newman GPS, Guide to Personal Success. And these are all of the things that we're wanting all of our students to experience, regardless of their major, when they get here to Newman University. We also have a really cool program that we started this past fall called First to Go for first-generation college students. And we have state-of-the-art science facilities if you're looking to go into one of those science programs I mentioned. Just really briefly, Newman is test optional, and we have been since 2019. So you need only a 2.25 GPA or a 21 on your ACT to be admitted to Newman automatically, with an academic scholarship ranging between $12,000 to $16,000 per year. And then we have some other opportunities that you can apply for and express interest in, depending on your interests and some of your grade levels. We also new this year have a Catholic Promise Scholarship. So on this scale right here, if you're graduating from a Catholic high school and you meet our minimum GPA to be admitted, you're basically guaranteeing yourself at least $14,000 per year, which was middle of the range. And I'm just about done. I forgot to set a timer, Dave, so if I'm have more time, let me know. But if you are in here and you're a student, you might take out your phone, open the camera, and scan the QR code. This is how you can create a digital view book of Newman University, different programs and extracurricular activities on campus. I'll put my chat and some really important links in, or sorry, my information and some links in the chat. And thanks for being here today.
Thank you. 6 minutes on the dot. So great job there. We're on to our next presenter from Marquette University.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Sunday. It's beautiful here. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are. Again, I'm Zuleika. I'm going to talk a little bit about Marquette University. We are a mid-sized Catholic Jesuit university in the Midwest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We are, again, a mid-size. We like our size a lot because we feel like our students have a lot of the same opportunities and resources that they would have at a larger institution at Marquette. But since we're a little bit smaller, we feel like students have much easier access to those resources and opportunities. So our average class size here is 30. Student to faculty ratio is 15 to 1. And we have, again, lots of great offices, people on campus to help walk you through your college process to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful. Most of our students are from the Midwest, but we have students from all 50 states at Marquette and from about 40 different foreign countries as well. So people from all over the world who come to Marquette and call Marquette home. We have a really active student body. So we are a residential campus. We have over 300 different student organizations, and we are a Division I school. We have lots of great athletics teams on campus, but the one that we get the most excited about is our men's basketball team. So if you want to go somewhere where you can have a lot of school spirit, get really excited about your team, cheer on your team, Marquette's a great place for you to consider. Like I said, we're a Jesuit university. We're one of 27 Jesuit universities in the United States. And this informs our educational philosophy in a couple of different ways. And the one I'll focus on here today is just talking a little bit about how this informs how we work with our students and the journey that we kind of want to guide our students through when they're at Marquette. I'll talk about majors in a second. And obviously, when you go to college, your major, your degree, that's like your explicit objective. Like that's why you go to college, to get that degree. But when you're in college, that's also a time when you are growing a lot as a human being, as a person who's figuring out your place in the world. And we want to make sure that you have all of the resources that you need to navigate that process of becoming who you're meant to be and figuring out who you are, not just academically and professionally, but socially, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually. So when we work with our students, it's really important to us to get to know them, not just as students, but as human people, and make sure that they, again, have what they need and can find the resources that they would like to. Again, I like to describe college and think of college as a time for you to discover who you are and to more fully become that person. And that's a journey, hopefully, you might consider pursuing at Marquette. We'll talk a little bit about majors and what you could potentially study at Marquette. We have 80 different majors, and we categorize them into our 7 different academic colleges. So we've got our College of Arts and Sciences, College of Business, Communication, Education, Engineering, Health Sciences, and Nursing. We are a direct entry institution, so if you are a student who knows what you want to study when you go to college, you can apply directly to that academic college within Marquette, start in that academic college, and be able to kind of start to take classes within that right away in your freshman year. So if you're interested in engineering, you can apply to engineering, potentially start in engineering. It's super common for students to change their majors at Marquette. So you can switch to another college if you start and figure out that something else is a better fit for you. And then even though we are a direct entry college, most of our students actually still enter Marquette as undecided students. And you can be undecided in any of these 7 academic colleges. Since we're a Jesuit university, we have a really strong liberal arts curriculum. So regardless of your major, you are taking a diverse set of classes in your freshman year in particular, but throughout your 4 years. So you'll have some opportunities to try out different disciplines. And then again, since we're a little bit smaller in size, you've got really great advisors and faculty to help you figure out what is going to be the best fit for you academically and professionally. I'll talk quickly about campus and about our location. So again, we're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee is the biggest city in the state of Wisconsin on the southeastern side of the state. The metro area is about 1 million people. City itself is 600,000 people. Our campus is right in the middle of the city, 1.5 miles from Lake Michigan, 10 minutes north of the airport. We are an urban campus, but we still have a traditional residential campus community. You are required to live on campus in a residence hall your freshman and sophomore year. And then we will help you find housing junior and senior year. We do some apartments for students to stay in as upperclassmen, but a lot of students will choose to live off campus. But still, typically, a lot of our students are in the surrounding community. So I think we're unique compared to other city schools that might have more students that commute from farther away, where at Marquette, the vast majority of our students, even a lot of our graduate students, are within a 10 to 15 minute walk of campus, which is really nice when you're in the city to have the city to explore, but you still have your own college campus community to come home to at the end of the day. I'll talk briefly about our application process. We're on the Common App. If you'll be filling out the Common App, we also have an application on our website that you can complete. They are both free applications, so no fee. We review applications on a rolling basis, but we encourage all students to apply by December 1st. That's what we call our priority deadline. After December 1st, it may be more competitive for admission. We are test optional. We've been test optional since 2019. So no need for you to submit a test score for any academic college, for any program, any major. It can be totally test optional. Average GPA is about a 3.5. And then we also do consider students for merit scholarships when you apply for admission, as well as for need-based aid with the FAFSA. So lots of opportunities to apply for aid. We are open for visits. We'll be open for visits this upcoming summer. We have a couple of virtual open houses coming up this spring that I will post in the chat in a second. I'll also post my contact information, but you can see it here as well. Please let me know if you ever have questions. And thank you again so much for joining us today.
Thank you. We appreciate the information. On to our next institution, Iona College.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. Just give me 1 second and I'll have my screen shared with you. Well, here at Iona College, I just want to briefly introduce myself. My name is Ryan Depew. I'm the Senior Director of Undergrad Admissions here at Iona College. We'll be spending some time this morning just talking a little bit about who we are here at the college. Iona College, this is just us by the numbers. This kind of has a lot of questions, a lot of data that a lot of our students really want to know about. So first and foremost, before we dive into that, I do want to talk about a little bit about where we're at. We are located in New Rochelle, New York, which is about 20 miles north of Midtown Manhattan. We're actually 4 stops out of Grand Central. You can get downtown Midtown Manhattan about 25 minutes from where we are here on campus. We have about 3,000 students at the undergraduate level and about 1,000 students at the grad level for a total enrolled population, about 4,000 students here at Iona College. We have a student to faculty ratio of roughly 14:1. So if you are looking for that personalized experience in a kind of suburban setting that has easy access to a metropolitan area, Iona College might be an institution that you are looking for. 100% of students receive financial aid and scholarships here at Iona College. That is an important piece for many students that we work with. And certainly ROI is important as well. And we have 94% of our students who are employed or going to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. I do oftentimes get a lot of questions about what we're doing at Iona College. Whoop, I went too far. So we are doing so much here on campus. We are an institution that is changing and changing rapidly. Recently, we had a new president come on board about 2 years ago. And in that time, we have launched new additional majors here at the college. We've opened up several new facilities, some of which you're seeing right in front of you. But we've really taken some opportunities to give our students a greater experience both in and outside the classroom. You're actually looking at our new business building. That's a $60 million renovation that we just completed. And we have a few other capital projects coming down the pipeline. More often than not, students will ask me, hey, Ryan, what's your best program at Iona College? And that's a great question, one you should certainly ask, but it's a difficult question for us to answer just because there are several opportunities and different programs for students to study here at the college. The two things that are important to remember, though, is we have 2 distinct schools within the institution. We have the School of Arts and Sciences, which will contain all our pre-professional programs and also our social sciences, our natural sciences, our communications program. Those tend to be very popular. And we also have the LaPenta School of Business, which is an AACSB accredited business school, which means, among other things, it's in the top 5% of business programs in the nation. We are a direct entry program here at Iona College, so students can apply directly into a major, which would also be available for students who are interested in nursing. So we do have a nursing direct entry program for students. And we also have a few opportunities for students to apply directly into a graduate program, where students could start off and do their undergraduate experience and move directly into their grad program of choice, which would be an occupational therapy program and also a communication sciences and disorders program or speech language pathology. We also have a couple of joint programs that are really wonderful for students to pursue. We have a joint degree program at LACOM, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. If you're interested in doing a medical degree, we also have a dentistry and a pharma degree through LACOM. And then we have a really fun 3+3 JD program with Seton Hall Law School if students are interested in pursuing law. Moving on to the student experience and finding your community. Students have an opportunity to live on campus all 4 years. Campus housing is guaranteed for all 4 years. One thing that's really important to know for students as they continue to look at the cost of institutions, your rate for living on campus is locked in for your first 2 years. Students are required to live on campus for their first 2 years. After their second year, they're free to move off campus. And one thing I like to tell all of our students is, all of our residential halls have the common modern amenities. I usually say air conditioning shouldn't be a deal breaker when you're going through the college process, though it's a really nice thing to have on a hot August day as you're moving half of your belongings. And we have some really fun things going on for commuters as well. Typically, we serve about 17 to 20% commuter population here in the New York metro area. So we do really try our very hardest to get the commuter students involved in campus. And I think it pays off. Many of our commuter students have such a relationship with the campus, they actually return to campus on the weekends to participate in the activities that we have going on for students. Career services, our location certainly does help. Being right outside of Manhattan is certainly an advantage that many of our students utilize. We also have access to some wonderful opportunities here in Westchester, New York, which is the county that we're located in, as we're between New York and Boston, which is also commonly called Hedge Fund Row. We have about several co-curricular programs for students to pursue, ranging from athletics to performing arts to Greek life, all of which are contained here at the college for students to get involved in. But I do want to take at least our last minute just to talk a little bit about our application process. So we are a Common App exclusive institution. Students are required to submit those materials that you see on the screen there. We have 3 decision deadlines that students need to consider. We have early decision, early action, and regular decision. Those are the 3 deadlines that we have for students to consider. And then we also have financial aid. This is our total financial aid and fees for the past academic year. And again, it's important to note that students, 100% of students will receive something here at Iona College. Last year, $52.7 million was awarded in aid. We do not require the CSS profile, though the FAFSA, the popular document, is the document that we use. We're taking visits 7 days per week. We are doing an open house, so if you're interested, feel free to let us know. And I'll put my contact information in the chat. Thank you both.
Thank you. We're on to our next institution, the University of San Diego.
Thank you. All right. Well, good afternoon. My name is Scott Yonner. I'm a senior admission counselor for the University of San Diego. I'd like to say thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be with us this afternoon. We are so grateful to have you guys here. So a little bit about the University of San Diego. Oops, sorry. We were founded in 1949 by the Diocese of San Diego and the Sisters of the Sacred Heart. There was a men's college, a women's college, and a law school. 72, they merged them all together to form now what we know as University of San Diego. We are a little bit unique in the sense that we're not affiliated with any particular order. So we're not a Jesuit school or a Franciscan school. We're governed by an independent board of trustees. On that board of trustees, there's 2 seats for each of the founding parties. So they were very much engaged in the direction of the university. About 40% of our students do identify with the Catholic faith. The remainder of our students either identify with a different faith background or no faith background at all. The only religious requirement we have is 1 lower division, 1 upper division, religious theology studies. Outside of that, we do not require students to go to Mass, nor do we require them to be a part of the campus ministry. If you are looking for that component, we have an amazing campus ministry, super engaged, not only on our campus, but in the local area, as well as with Mexico being 30 minutes from our doorstep. There's a lot of trans-border work that they're involved in as well. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of students who don't even identify as being Catholic who will actually be a part of our campus ministry. And as well, we have a student mass on Sunday night, which is really popular, even for students who don't identify as Catholic. But at USD, we really do believe that your spiritual journey is just that. It's your spiritual journey. You're going to find USD to be a very inclusive school, regardless of your religious beliefs, your gender, your sexual orientation, your social and economic status. It truly is a warm and inviting place to be a part of. Now, we are a mid-sized, we are a mid-sized institution. We have about 5,900 undergraduates, 2,900 graduate law students on campus. 48% of our students are out of state, 9% of our students are international students, and then the remainder of our students are from the state of California, pretty evenly divided between Northern and Southern California. As well, if you ever get the opportunity to step onto our amazing campus, it is truly gorgeous, truly beautiful. We are ranked 6th most beautiful campus in the nation. We are up on a hill. We overlook Mission Beach. We're about 10 minutes away from the beach, 10 minutes away from the airport, 12 minutes from downtown, 5 minutes from Old Town. So we're very centrally located, which really allows our students that opportunity to be able to get around to explore San Diego, as the trolley station's at the bottom of the hill. And then on the weekend, they'll have trams that will go to the beach, to Balboa Park, and to other places to be able to sort of commute our students as well. So at USC, we do offer 42 majors. We're a little unique in the sense of, regardless of what you put on your application, everybody comes in undeclared. You can declare day 1, or you have all the way up until your 4th semester to declare your major, double major, major minor, major double minor, really whatever program is going to best fit you. And the great thing is you're guaranteed any of our majors. So there's no additional application process. It's just a matter of you declaring your major. And the great thing is that even if you declared a double major at the end of your 4th semester, you'd still be able to graduate in 4 years. Now, there is one exception, and that is our School of Engineering. By design, it's a 4.5-year-long program. And that's because our students are going to graduate with both a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science. So they get a dual degree with that program. As well, we're ranked 13th in the nation. We're also ranked 88th in the nation overall as an institution. We're the youngest private institution in the top 100. So we feel like we've come a very long way in a short period of time. Our student to faculty ratio is 13 to 1. In addition, we also have pre-professional advising. So we have pre-med, pre-law, pre-dental, pre-health, pre-physical therapy. So if you're sort of looking for that pathway, it's not a major or minor, but what it does is it gives you an additional advisor who's going to work with you over the course of the next 4 years to make sure you meet all the prerequisites to be able to go to graduate school. I know that last year for students applying to medical school outright from USD with that had a 3.5 GPA or higher, about 75% of those students were admitted directly into medical school. So our students are very, very competitive with that. As well, before I go into Career Life, I also want to talk just a little bit about student research. Our science majors guarantee you a minimum of 100 hours of undergrad research. This is done with the lead professor, so if that research is published, students are co-authored. So if you are doing like a pre-med, pre-dental track, it does allow our students to be able to be very engaged. As well, require students to live on campus for the first 2 years. And then for juniors and seniors, we do have availability, but most of them will actually move into the Mission Beach or the Ocean Beach area or the Pacific Beach. It's typically where our students like to live off campus their junior and senior year. We also have an amazing Torero Life. We have over 180 clubs and organizations. We have 17 Division I athletic programs on campus. We have over 50 club and intramural sports, 30 plus multicultural organizations, 65 plus honor professional societies, 9 sororities and 9 fraternities. So there really is something for everyone to be a part of. It is a great opportunity for students to be able to engage with that. As well, you're going to hear a lot about being a Ashoka Changemaker campus. We're one of 44 campuses in the world that has this designation. It's based upon that ongoing commitment to social justice, social innovation, entrepreneurship, sustainability, global perspective. And then with our study abroad, we're ranked 2nd in the nation this year with participation. We have over 80 programs in 30 different countries. We have a USC campus in Madrid, Spain, which is incredibly popular with our students as well. So a little bit about the application process: Common App exclusive, regular decision, 2 member questions, essay, 1 letter of recommendation from someone who's academically, that's either going to be from a teacher or a counselor. And then with our SAT, ACT, this year, we will either go back to being test optional or we might remain test blind moving forward. With that, here's a little bit of the incoming class of fall 2020. We don't have our updated numbers for that. And in closing, I do want to say that there's for top 40% of our admitted students, they will automatically receive merit, and that ranges from 18 to 25,000. With that being said, I want to say thank you so much, and I will stop sharing at this time.
Thank you. We're on to our final presenter from St. Edward's University.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm just letting my PowerPoint load. My name is Anisha Lawrence. I'm the Assistant Director of Admission here at St. Edward's. We are located in the beautiful city of Austin, Texas. And this is a little bit about us. So we are a small private Catholic institution, like I said, located in Austin. By the size of our campus, we have a little under 3,500 undergraduate students. We also have graduate level programs, but our professors are there primarily to work with our undergrad students. As a small institution, as you can see, our average class size is 18. So it's really great for our students to get to know their professors really well. We definitely pride ourselves in having very lively classroom discussions. It's going to be a campus where your professors will not only care about you academically, but also holistically. Oftentimes, our professors will go to students' sports games or even their plays, or get to really just see them across campus and make sure to be able to maintain that relationship while they're in their class, as well as even after when they graduate. In addition, we have over 50 different majors and minors to study. When you apply to St. Edward's, you can come in as declared or undeclared, as kind of more of like an exploratory, saying that you're kind of still exploring the different options that we offer. And so in addition to 50 different majors, we also have a wide variety of different minors. It's pretty common for students to have multiple areas of study that they do pursue. As far as the diversity of our campus goes, we have students that attend St. Edward's from all over the US, not just the beautiful state of Texas, but across California, New York, even internationally as well. And so that's something that, being a smaller campus, it's a great way for students to get to meet others from all different backgrounds and walks of life. As far as different ways to get involved in campus and campus life, so as you can see on this screen, we have over 11 different NCAA Division II athletic programs. We also have club sports as well, and about 100 different student organizations to choose from. At the beginning of each semester, we do have an involvement fair. So this is a great way for you as an incoming student to get to meet different campus leaders, see all the different organizations that we have, and figure out if you want to take on a leadership role in those different organizations, or if it's something where you would just want to attend a fun event and get to know your campus community and get to develop different skills and interests that way too. Also, our campus is really beautiful. Like I said, we have over 4,000 trees. So you should have seen in the first slide, just kind of the beautiful space that we have. And so we pride ourselves being in Austin. We're not in the heart of downtown. So it's nice that we're far enough away that our students get to really enjoy the beautiful ecosystem. And then in addition, we are a Catholic institution, but we do welcome students from all different faith backgrounds and traditions. You don't have to be Catholic to attend St. Edward's. And as you can see on this slide, we have students from about 34 different faith backgrounds and traditions. So it's very diverse in all those different facets in that way. Like I mentioned, we are in the beautiful city of Austin. We're about 3 miles south of downtown. So we have one of the best views of the downtown Austin skyline, I'd say, from our campus. And so it's something that we encourage our students to not only take advantage of all the exciting opportunities on our campus, but also really use Austin as their playground as well. Austin is ranked consistently as the best place to live in. And so there's many reasons why. Not only is it a great city for jobs, so for you as a student, you have the opportunity to get involved in local politics or even state politics, or even getting involved in the beautiful music scene and art scene that we have in Austin, as we're known as the live music capital of the world. But then it's also a great city if you enjoy hiking or stand-up paddleboarding or any of those different type of recreational activities. As you can see, there's a lake in this photo, and so we're really close by as well. So all of that is just really at your fingertips. Though Austin is a very vibrant city, it's small enough that it kind of has a small town feel. So often myself as a staff member, I will see just different students and faculty members getting involved in the city of Austin, whether it's volunteering or other opportunities like that. And it's just a really friendly place to be. So as far as academics goes, as I mentioned, we do have a wide variety of different majors and minors you may want to choose from. I did list some of our most popular majors on this slide, as well as some of the ones that are a little bit more unusual and some of the newer programs that we've launched, such as our environmental biology and climate change major. We also have a really cool video game development and animation major. Forensic science and criminal justice is also really popular. And then we have our School of Business as well. And I do want to mention for our theaters program, we do have a partnership with the Actors Equity Union so that students in that program can earn their BFA for acting. And then also once they graduate, they're kind of seen higher in rank when they go to audition to different plays. And that major does offer a scholarship as well. Regardless of your major, as an incoming student, you'll be paired up with one of our academic success coaches. And so this is one of many support people that you'll be working with throughout your time at St. Edward's. So this academic success coach will help you not only figure out your major, but really help you maximize your 4 years at St. Edward's as far as picking out classes, helping you get involved with research and internships, figuring out what other organizations you want to be involved in, and what's your plan after when you graduate. We do have a pre-law as well as pre-health professional program for our students as well. And so all of our career services are free for our students as well as for alumni. So if you ever need help, finding a job after when you graduate or applying to graduate school, we can definitely help you, and we're eager to stay in touch with our alumni. As I mentioned, we are a Holy Cross institution. We are founded by the Congregation of Holy Cross. And so we pride ourselves in being a very diverse and culturally diverse, religiously diverse, and culturally diverse student body. And so we do really encourage students to not only explore faith while they're at St. Edward's, but not only for their own personal development, but also for service as well. So as you can see, our students do about 70,000 hours of community service each year. That could be involved in the Austin area by participating in local volunteer organizations and those type of opportunities, or even doing an alternative spring break or service trips abroad. So we really want to make sure that our students are not only at St. Edward's for their own education, but thinking about how they can apply what they're learning in the classroom to really shape and improve our world for the better. Also, as a student at St. Edward's, we do encourage you to stay on campus. So we do have 6 different resident halls to choose from. You will be required to live on campus during your first year, but after then, we do offer some additional upperclassmen apartments for you. And if you go to our website, you can see, actually take a virtual tour of all the different resident halls. Real quick, I want to go through the application process. So there are 3 different ways to apply, as you can see on this screen. It is free to apply, and we are test optional going forward. And when you apply, you will automatically be considered for any type of academic-based scholarships. We do encourage students to fill out the FAFSA or the TASFA to qualify for additional need-based aid. And each student will be connected with not only an admission counselor, but also a financial aid counselor. If you go to our website, you can definitely learn a little bit more about us, explore different majors and minors, or if you want to attend a virtual program or come visit in Austin, I highly encourage you to do so. And then there's my contact information at the bottom as well. But thank you so much for being here, and hopefully we'll see your application soon.
Thank you. We appreciate all the great knowledge from our presenters today. In the time we have remaining, we're going to do a quick round robin here. We'll ask each of our presenters to share their perspective on the question you see on the screen here. Question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We'll start at the top with St. Mary's College.
It's a good one. I think I always like to take I tell students to take the name, take the colors, take the mascots out of it. Think about, where am I going to be happy and where am I going to be successful first. Kind of really stick to yourself, be true to yourself. Don't just do what your friends do. Really try to be true to yourself and think, where am I going to be successful? That's my advice.
Thank you. Newman University.
I guess my advice is to communicate really well with those at the school that are trying to help you. I'm always a little disappointed when people don't reach back out, and I could have helped. I could have, made financial aid opportunities available. I could have given you more information. So I know there's a lot of incorrect perceptions about attending a private school surrounding cost or attending a Catholic school. And those are definitely things that you want to reach out for and ask. And let us help you with that. So don't be afraid to reach out. We're not used car salesmen. We really do want to help you discover what might be the best fit.
Thank you. Marquette.
I'd say my advice is to just be really intentional as you are thinking about the colleges that you are planning on applying to. I think it's really, really common for students to apply to like 10, 15, 20 colleges. And while that, may seem like a good idea to kind of maximize your opportunities and where you get into and scholarships and things like that, that's a lot, and that's really overwhelming kind of as you're parsing out your acceptance letters and financial aid packages. So just be really intentional and think about what you want from your college experience. Visit websites, contact admission counselors, because we're really happy to help as much as you can in the next year. See if you can do any visits, and hopefully in the future it'll be a little bit easier to do visits. But just be really intentional about making that list and deciding where you're going to be applying to colleges and apply to places that you think are going to be a good fit for you.
Thank you. Up next, Iona.
I like to say communicate with your family. I think communication sometimes is something that is lacking in the college process. So like identify what you're looking for and have honest conversations with your family about it. And one way you can help communicating with your parents is create a specific email address in like a public domain and share the access with your family. So you have a strict email that you're using just for the college search. And sometimes it makes things a whole lot easier for the families you work with.
Very good. University of San Diego.
Thank you. I would say the biggest thing for you is just connect with the counselors, see if there's a way to be able to connect with current students, as well as you visit college campuses. Don't just think of that campus if that's going to be the best fit for you, but like think of it size-wise, think of location-wise. So if you walk onto a USD campus where we have about 5,900 students on campus, and you realize that's a good size for you, that sort of opens up a lot of universities for you to begin thinking about location. So as you are sort of going out, try to visit those campuses and sort of keep an open mind as you sort of figure out what's going to be that best fit for you, and definitely reach out to the counselors.
Thank you. St. Edward's.
I would say ask questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. So if there's anything that you're wondering about, like let's say even after today, if you heard that one school offers one program, reach out to any school that you're interested in and ask if they offer that as well. Because we do post a lot of different information, during these info sessions or even on our website. But if you ask us questions, we're able to give you the exact information that you need. And as my colleagues have already said, we want to work with you. That's why we're here. We're here because we enjoy working with students and we're passionate about helping students have access to college.
Thank you. We got just a couple minutes left, so we'll do the last question here very quickly, everyone. Give an interesting or fun fact about your school, starting at the top, St. Mary's.
I think for us, kind of the interesting or fun fact, I really enjoy it's a common phrase, but the best of both worlds. I love that we've got the small women's college on our side of the street, but you can go to big football games and hockey games and things like that across the way. So I think that's an interesting and fun fact about St. Mary's.
Well, we don't have football. We always tell people that's the most difficult ticket that you could possibly search for in town. We really love donuts at our school. Every college loves free food. So we have a Jet Friday every Friday that's school is in session. So students and faculty and staff can come over to the Student Center from 8:30 to 10:30 every Friday morning. This past Friday, the Office of Admissions hosted, and different programs and departments on campus take turns hosting donuts. It looks a little different this year with everything being like pre-packaged, and it's kind of like a take and go thing. But usually people hang out, play some ping pong, and just kind of get ready for the weekend and talk about the week. And it's nice to see everybody in one place.
Hi, I know I'm next. So for Marquette, we have on our campus the oldest building in the Western Hemisphere that's still used for its original purpose. So back in the 1960s, there was a chapel in France that was built in the 1500s, I think, or 1600s, and we imported it brick by brick to our campus. It's our St. Joan of Arc chapel in the kind of center quad on our campus, and it's a really beautiful building. There is a brick in that building that was touched by Joan of Arc, and if you touch it, it is cooler than the other bricks around it. So yeah, that's just a cool fun fact. It's the oldest building in the Western Hemisphere, still used for its original purpose. A weird statistic, but one that I think is cool.
Fun fact about us is we have a nationally renowned bagpipe band. Our pipe band is actually consistently rated the #1 pipe band in New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade. So they're pretty well known. You hear the pipes on campus, you know it's a big day. So that's us.
I think a fun fact about USD is that every year we have our annual tree lighting ceremony, and it's a time for all the students to gather. They've got cookies and cocoa. Of course, it is San Diego, so it's probably about 68, so it is a little cold for us, but we make it happen. But the president's out there, and it's just a great opportunity for just people to sort of gather together, to sing, to enjoy sort of the seasons and stuff. And so that's one of the things I really appreciate about USD.
At St. Edward's, our school mascot is a goat. And so we actually have live goats that come to campus during homecoming, during Hillfest, during different campus events. And actually I've met one of the goats. Her name is Kelly. She's really friendly. But then when we play sports, we actually have someone that's in a goat costume. It's actually pretty intense. And so we say fear the goat. So we have this cute, cuddly goat that we like, but then we also can get fierce when we're in athletic competitions.
Thank you. Appreciate all the fun facts, everybody. That will conclude today's fair. We want to thank all of our presenters for their time and the valuable information they provided. For our participants, please see the StriveScan website for a quick survey. We'd love your feedback. Also, again, another plug for the additional sessions we have available. Sign up at your leisure. Lastly, do note the recording will be available at strivescan.com/NCCAA. Again, a big round of applause to all of our presenters. Hope you have a good day, and we'll see you later.